All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Welcome to breakfast, aka Night of Champions, depending on where you are in the world. We're about to go live from Saudi Arabia. Hopefully, there won't be any alleged camels chewing on cables to create any issues with the stream today. I'm your host, Mark by Wrestling. We've got a stacked card today and should be a lot of fun as SmackDown gave us a pretty stacked show yesterday as well. Got the shot of Riyadh. Are we about to get? Yeah, here we go. Randy Orton, of course, major ovation. Word on the streets is Cody and Randy are going to be opening the show. And that's going to be a loud crowd for that match because we've got two fan favorites. Speaking of fan favorites, Sami Zayn entering the premises today. See if they show Karrion Kross. Yep, cheering for Karrion Kross as well. And who do we have emerging? Rhea Ripley eating a banana. Because why not? That might be the most casual entrance I've seen from her. Okay, Raquel Rodriguez is the first talent on camera to be booed in entering. And here is Asuka. Another ovation for Asuka, who is a lot of cheers yesterday. And middling mixed reaction for Jade. Cheers and boos. You could hear them both. Justin Hallencrane, good to see you, sir. Happy Night of Champions Day. CM Punk chants for CM Punk entering. Of course, no footage of John Cena arriving. But here we are. Night of Champions. We're going to get kicked off and should be getting started. As I've heard we're getting started with the King of the Ring final. So, okay, we're starting off with a promo video because why not? It's just a video like on a big widescreen. Tom Rinaldi, written and narrated. That's interesting. Rinaldi, I think he used to work for ESPN. I don't know if he still works for ESPN or not, but okay. Shots of Saudi Arabia. All right. Yes, sir. It is time for wrestling, Justin. I think we've got Cody and Randy first. So drop that comment in the chat, my friend. Who do you have for winning King of the Ring? I've gone on record in our predictions video with A&B Combos Wrestling Edition, who are also live today. I'm calling for Cody in this match. We'll see who comes out ahead. But we'll see what happens. Just seems like a more sensible pathway for Cody to win this match than Randy. But you know what? Anything can happen. Anything could happen. Yeah, Randy now, sort of leaning into the I want to be a 15-time champion. Okay. So, Justin, you think Randy's going to win and you think Seth is going to make an appearance to cost Cody. Well, to be fair, we haven't seen Seth out here yet or anybody in his group at Saudi Arabia. Or at least I haven't. It certainly hasn't been on any television. I mean, maybe there's been footage or something, but that would be a true surprise for me if Seth made the trip for a run-in. So, and it could happen. It absolutely could happen. It makes more sense to me now that I think about it, though. Tyrell, good to see you. Randy or Cody? All right. So, yeah, it's time to open the show. The video is done. The talking is done. Now it's time for the fighting. All right, big pyro. You would think it was a episode of Nitro or Raw back in the Attitude Era, back in the Monday Night Wars. A fair amount of pyro going off, and there's the crown ringside. So yeah, we're definitely getting Cody and Randy first if the crown is already at ringside. Can't make out. The crowd's chanting something pretty loud, but they're here. Yeah, they're already pushing for talking about King of the Ring already. So we're most definitely getting Cody and Randy here first. Rocking my American Dream Dusty Rhodes t-shirt this morning. I would say in support of Cody. I mean, I am choosing him. I am predicting him, but I'm hoping just for a good match between Cody and Randy to start things off. As the Arabic announce team is getting introduced to the crowd, big pop for the Arabic announce team. Good for them, Faisal and Jude. All right. Yeah, it was the same team I believe was yesterday. So, hi Sophie. Yeah, I mentioned it yesterday during SmackDown. I've got to get my hours up here on this channel. So, obviously, A and B are going live as well, and I don't want to pull anybody away from them, but at the same time, got to do this. Yeah, Sophie. So, I thought the Cody Randy segment was fine. It definitely seemed like someone told them, "Hey, we lost the feed. Just stall." So it seemed very standard. You know what I mean? Very standard promo. It wasn't bad, but it didn't really. Me and the missus watched it last night after we got home from our day, and it seemed like I told her, I said it looked like a whole box of nothing. I mean, and I don't mean that it was a bad promo. It just didn't do anything for me. But it was solid, so it was fine. It made me feel better that I didn't miss anything yesterday while we were trying to bide for time. So we'll go from there. All right, Randy has the first entrance, and he is getting the sing along, and crowd is here. Dude, they love voices. That song has been around for since like 08, 09. And man, it's as popular now as it ever was. Yeah, actually, Sophie, I did like that. I like the usage of like the hand cams in the promos. I imagine that was out of necessity because of losing the broadcast, but I actually really like that. Yeah, Sophie, you know what? I mean, Randy is so good as a heel, but I think he's got a little bit of a Cena problem. Like he's so late in his career. I read yesterday someone referred to where we are now as the gratitude era, where the fans just kind of love everybody, or they have a lot of respect for people who've put in a lot of work for a long time. I think Randy might have a really hard time being a heel ever again. Like I think the crowd just wants to love him too much, kind of like Cena. Like the crowd wants to cheer Cena. They want to show gratitude to Cena, and that's one of the reasons his heel turn isn't working for me. I mean, he had a lot of fun. He's had a lot of fun with Punk and the trading places of Pipe Bomb and what's the other one? The Thugonomics we saw yesterday. Right, exactly, Sophie. Although, I mean, because they sing with almost everybody. Justin, do you think the crowd is going to sing everyone's theme? No, because eventually Def Rebel will win out because there's some songs that just can't be sung along with. I think by the time there's a few stars that are not going to get that sing along treatment. I don't think Raquel will. I don't think Jade will. Jade's song doesn't have lyrics. Asuka didn't seem to get a sing along yesterday, even though the crowd was behind her. But Punk and Cena will probably get sing alongs too. All right, cool. See you soon, Sophie. Have a good day. So yeah, it's a toss up, but lots of singing along going on for Randy. So Yeah, Karrion probably won't either. I agree with that. So but yeah, I think there will be quite a number of sing-alongs for sure. I just don't think it'll be everyone. It certainly won't be everyone. Okay, they're biding their time here, waiting for Cody's entrance here. Talking about entrances, I saw Braun Breaker on the Undertaker's podcast recently, and he was saying that Triple H told him he was joining Seth Rollins' faction right before he walked out at WrestleMania. So like he was trying to be in a headspace. He's like, oh, by the way, tomorrow have they told you, we're pairing you with Seth? And he's like, what? Okay. Which is just wild to me how they communicate like that in wrestling, how people tell all these stories of like, yeah, I didn't know something was going to happen until I walked right out there, which is just, man, I don't, that would drive me crazy. So I'm not made for that life. Crowd firmly behind Randy, but Cody is yet to come out yet. So we'll see what happens. Crowd is lit up again as soon as the lights went out. They are just happy to have these two performers in front of them. Gratitude era indeed. And here he comes. Yep, sing along number 2. All right. Cody looks pumped up. Let's see here how loud this woe gets. Here it comes. Loud woes from Saudi Arabia, for sure. Oh, Justin, you saw the Braun interview. Okay, I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I did see that clip about him being informed about things. He's walking back. Oh, he's walking to the side of the stage, kind of like how Edge used to do for his entrances. But he came down the ramp and decided to go back and play to the crowd on the sides. They're really Randy, speaking of Undertaker, Randy and Cody seem to be Undertakering their entrances a little bit, soaking it in, taking it all in. Cody is 15-3 in one-on-one matches since 2022. And I know 2 of those losses are Roman and Cena. I think Brock might have been one. So Roman, Cena, and Brock is not a bad list of people to lay down for in the ring. So yeah, Cody is definitely maybe the most highly decorated current performer, modern performer. Gives his weight belt away in Bret Hart fashion. There was a shirt that had Cody's tattoo on it, and it looked like it said Riyadh Nightmare. I'm afraid that shirt might not play everywhere in the world. But you know what? Maybe American Nightmare doesn't play everywhere in the world these days either, now that I think about it. So what do I know? All right. It's bell time. Oh, Cody shakes hands with the ref. Slips him a 20. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like Randy is so psyched for this match because the crowd is like already eating out of the palm of their hands. So crowd still singing Kingdom after the music stops. They had to resolve the melody. They had to finish the chorus. All right. Here we go. Bell has rung. Crowd is hot. Cody and Randy. One of these guys will be king of the ring. I picked Cody. We'll see what we've got. We'll see what we've got. It is so loud in there. You can't even fully make out the chants. It sounds like they're chanting for Cody. Cody Rhodes, I think. Or RKO. I'm sorry. Dude, it would be wild if Arn Anderson came out. Loud RKO chants. I'm really impressed that Randy is this late in his career. I don't want to take anything away from him because he has a very storied career, right? He's got so much he's done. But if we're being honest, Randy, and then this isn't a criticism of his because he's in the stage of his career where he can do whatever he wants, I think, But Randy hasn't exactly been lighting the world on fire the past couple of years, and maybe he's been more popular than he's ever been, which is just interesting to me. It's just interesting. They're chanting Ole, the Ole chant. Sami Zayn isn't anywhere around here, so that's interesting. But Fireflies out and about. I feel like Saudi Arabia really wants to outdo Leon from a couple of years ago. All right. Match is finally going here. Just straight up wrestling. Struggling with hammerlocks here. Okay. And Randy's got the headlock on. Crowd is crazy, Sophie. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what kind of stamina the crowd has because I know based on watching SmackDown, there's some of these matches they don't have the same energy for. So we'll see, what comes of it. Well, Sophie, you're welcome here anytime you want to pop in. I'll be here for the whole show. So it's it's crazy.
Some point tonight, well, you're going to be successful. It's also the fact that getting screwed over by John Cena. Both of these men, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, Randy Orton back this one.
Okay, so the crowd's already chanting, "This is awesome." And if I'm going to criticize it when I see it in AEW, I'm going to say it now. Like, isn't that chant a little premature? Like, I mean, we just got started. But you know what? The crowd's excited to be there. Oh gosh. So yeah, this match is definitely going to be moving at a methodical pace. Yeah, Sophie, I can't imagine the women's matches here will probably have the same sustained interest from the crowd like the men's matches are. That's just one thing I think we as fans probably need to adapt to with the Saudi fans. They've come a long way though, man. And I think every year they're getting more and more invested in every bit of the presentation. All right. Cody takes a knee and sends him flying.
Painful than perhaps it really was. Just sucking Randy. Rhodes quickly in the corner. My elbow catches Randy on the bridge of the nose. And the full guard by Cody. Quickly into the cover on Randy. Up with the leg. Kick out of two. Referee Charles Robinson. Working this matchup.
JR Dugan. Hey man, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for popping in. We've got we're here in the opening match here, Cody and Randy. And you know what? I got to admit they're moving at a bit of a methodical pace here, Cody and Randy. Crowd is eating it up, though. This is such an old school match, and it's just got me thinking about Cody, because like Cody seems to match the energy of whoever. Justin, I wonder how many ice bags do they go through today? Oh, it is pretty hot out there. I mean, out in Saudi. Although it is evening now, so hopefully it won't be as hot as it would be in daytime, but we'll see. I was gonna say Cody seems to match the energy of his opponents. Although Randy just pulled off a superplex here, but Randy's selling his lower back. I hope he's selling because he's had back injury issues, in the past, well documented, kept him out of action for a while. Cody notices and he's not taking advantage, or he wasn't at first. He's pointing at the ref. Well, Cody's taking a shot. He's going to beautiful disaster kick. All right, only two. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, but I think about how Cody can go at like 100 miles an hour with some performers. Like I felt like he had a higher gear wrestling, say Jey Uso on Raw last week, and then you see him wrestling Orton here or Cena at WrestleMania, and he slowed his pace down some, and so hopefully this match picks up another gear. I mean, it's certainly the crowd seems to enjoy it anyways, so I don't think the crowd's going to be dissuaded one way or another. But yeah, Cody working his opponent's style is probably ingratiates him to other performers pretty well. But I hope they work a little bit of a faster pace here, not like cruiserweight speed or anything like that, but just a little bit faster than what they're doing. Of course, with Randy selling his back like this, I don't know if they'll pick up the pace at all. We'll see. Hey, George, how are you doing, man? By the way, to all of our coalition family members who come into the chats, I just want to remind everybody that Raw is starting early on Monday, and I'll be doing the live stream for Raw this week since it's coming on early. It's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and I'll also, as always, be live streaming NXT on Tuesday as well. So, just a couple things to look forward to. You got Cody, okay? Yeah, I've got Cody too. I think both of them, have a pathway if they won this match, but I would prefer to see Cody win this match. I was thinking the other day, maybe even yesterday, if Randy won, he's even talking about going after Cena for number 15, But you know what would be, I'm not going to use the word fun because I don't want it to happen. But next month at Saturday night's main event, if they actually do something crazy and have Goldberg beat Gunther, I would really hope. I could enjoy Goldberg versus Randy Orton if Randy was doing the Legend Killer thing. Okay, just thinking that over. So anyway, yeah. I don't hope it doesn't come to that, though. I really hope Gunther just embarrasses Sophie. That's fair. It's okay for you to say that to me. I hope Gunther just embarrasses Goldberg. I was a fan of Goldberg during his initial run. I liked Goldberg in his feud with Brock Lesnar. And that was about it for the most part. Everywhere else in his career, he was kind of mishandled. George, I mean, it's possible that Seth could cash in at Saturday night's main event because that would be a high-profile scene for him to do it. I definitely think when Seth cashes in, it will be high-profile. So Saturday night's main event is high-profile because it'll be on NBC, or SummerSlam perhaps. I don't know, but yeah, Seth Rollins. Obviously, the booking makes sense. Power slam from Randy. Randy is picking up the pace, but he's still selling that back. Only two, but can't even cover all the way. Yeah, Randy is at least selling hurt very well. Do I think Roman will be involved with the cash in? Well, Sophie, I thought that at Well, no, I didn't think that. What did I think? I thought he might have gotten involved in the ladder match to keep Seth from winning the ladder match. But the longer we go without the Roman, the less I expect him to show up. So I got to holler at my boy here for a second. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Vince, you know what, though? I think, Sophie, I think you're saying that Cody cutter from Cody to 2.5. Yeah, you know, I see where you're coming from, Sophie, saying if Vince was in charge, that'd be true. But truthfully, I don't think Vince handled Goldberg super well either, because when he first came over, like, he put him over on the Rock immediately, which was a very, honestly, an astute thing to do. But like, once it came time for him to challenge for a title, like, he pulled the plug on Goldberg. Like, he didn't handle Goldberg super well either. I think he felt like he had to humble him a little bit. But when he did it, oh my gosh, Cody top rope, Cody cutter. He keeps messing around with these cutters. He's going to get an RKO of his own. We'll see what happens. About Jay versus Goldberg, if Goldberg won the title. You know what? I would be fine with that. I would be fine with almost anybody taking a belt off Goldberg if Goldberg managed to get it. And you know what? I'm so over Goldberg as an active performer. I wouldn't mind seeing Jay beat him with a spear. I wouldn't mind one bit. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. Okay, Randy got him draped for the DDT. Randy's got him. He's still selling that back, though. I tell you what, Randy's doing a great sell job in this match. Crowd in Saudi chanting loudly for an RKO. And he's likely to oblige them. So let's see what we get. He's going to that place, as they used to say. Let's see if Randy can pull it. Nope. Oh, RKO going to get reversed into a crossroads. Is that going to be it? No. Cody really doesn't beat top talent with just one crossroads. He's got to hit the 3 in a row. Got to do that super finisher, you know? Okay. Cody really has controlled most of the match, to be honest. So you know what? I mean, Randy would have to kind of win from out of nowhere for that to happen, but we'll see what happens. Speaking of out of nowhere, there's the RKO. Is Cody going to kick out of the RKO? Yeah. Cody kicks out of the RKO right in the middle of the ring. I got to say, I would have had Randy crawl to the pin a little bit more, but wow. Man. Will this be the first PLE, one of the 3 of you actually wins Predictions Cup? I hope so, Sophie. I looked at our predictions at the end of our prediction stream, and I feel like we have enough different predictions among the 3 of us that we'll have an outright winner. But you know what, man? It could be, I could be wrong, but we still haven't come up with a tiebreaker idea. So we should have to commit to that. Okay. Oh, Randy's going for the punt. We're going to get a punt from Randy. Does he have it? Randy's thinking it over. He doesn't want to punt Cody. Oh, how sweet. Crowd's chanting yes, though. Crowd wants to see the punt, but Randy is hesitating. Oh, he's going to convince himself to do it. He's going for it, but the hesitation costs him. He's got Randy's leg. Cody going for a figure four? Figure four leg lock. What's crazy is Cody locking on that figure four almost silenced the crowd. Justin, I hope Cody doesn't take too many, because the more he takes and kicks out of, the further that move is diminished. And the RKO is not like a crossroads. It's not like a super kick or a spear. Like, it's one of the few finishes that is a little more protected than some of the others. Let's go Randy chance. Crowd behind Randy. Reverses the figure four, reverses it from Cody, but they roll into the ropes. Charles Robinson, Little Nate, is the ref on the call tonight, breaks up the figure four. Yeah, if Randy doesn't win this match, I am curious too who he would face at SummerSlam. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much started from scratch and tell whatever story you want to tell, I guess. All right, both guys struggling to get to their feet. How many crossroads will Randy take? Well, he's already taken one. I think he'll take at least two more, maybe three, because because Cody may give him the Roman treatment and hit him with three to win if he wins. Oh, they're doing the boos and the yays, and the crowd again firmly behind Randy Orton. I wouldn't say Cody has heat. They just prefer Randy to Cody. So he's just being booed by default. Now they're exchanging headbutts, punches, forearms. Okay, now they're doing the spot here. He used to do with Kevin Owens a lot. All right, Cody going for another. Nope. Disaster kick. 2. Disaster kick was reversed into an RKO, but Cody kicks out. So that's 2 RKOs kicked out of by Cody, if you're keeping count at home. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Owens' injury definitely, I'm sure, affected plans, man. Kevin Owens was on fire this year, and I just hated that he had such an extreme injury. Oh, my gosh. So the kid who got the weight belt from Cody, he and all his friends are around the front row, and such a wholesome little picture of all of them freaking out to the kick out. They're all just jumping around like a bunch of 10 or 11-year-olds. It's just, I love to see that. I love to see that. A group of friends just loving life. Randy's coming out and looking at the crown. Is he getting a chair? Randy. Yeah, I was about to say, are you going to try to Eddie Guerrero this thing? What are you doing, man? Because he's just blatantly getting in there with a chair. All right. So here comes Charles Robinson is taking the chair away. Randy's got his back to Cody, though. What are we about to see happen? Oh, he's pulling a little 2K action while Nate is preoccupied with the chair. Now Randy removed the turnbuckle pad. Randy's getting heelish here. Sophie, I agree. There's not a ton of fresh opponents for Orton to face. But he goes to hit him in the turnbuckle. Cody goes to hit Randy against the exposed turnbuckle, but they both block each other. Goes for, ribs first, and now here comes another crossroads. Just one. Okay, 1, 2, and that's it. Cody Rhodes is king of the ring. Randy Orton uncovered the turnbuckle pad, tried to throw Cody into it. Cody blocked it, tried to throw Randy into it. Randy blocked it. Randy went for an RKO. Cody pushed him off. He went ribs first into the exposed turnbuckle and backed up into a crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody's standing over Randy, looking concerned, as if he didn't just shove him into an exposed turnbuckle. They are in some of these matches. Is he going to get another woe now? Gratitude era, baby. Gratitude era. The fans are now back cheering Cody now that he's won. I tell you this though, they're doing something interesting here with Cody. I'm not going to say, oh, heel turn, okay? I'm not doing that. But if you look at this and you look at the feud that Cody had with Kevin Owens, Cody is positioning himself to win matches from time to time by accidentally benefiting from someone else's cheating. Cody beat Kevin Owens by crossroadsing him on a chair that KO brought into the ring. Now the exposed turnbuckle backfires on Randy Orton. Randy was definitely working heel at the end of the match. Like, he decided to start going for it there. But yeah, I can see why A isn't happy, because A picked Randy Orton to win and A was wrong. So me and Becky right now are both 1-0. And A is 0-1 currently. All right. Is he going to wear the crown? Here comes Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce with the crown. Handshakes. You know, I got to tell you, this is going to be a weird niche reference for some of you. But if Cody kept his gear and started wearing the crown, he would really strike me as King George from Hamilton. Okay, we're getting a post-match interview. We're probably getting Cody Cena at SummerSlam now. Does Cody lose to Cena twice? Interesting. Oh, look at Randy. Cody is putting over Randy. Randy does not look happy. Okay, Cody's putting over Randy big to the crowd. Randy doesn't look happy, though. The most beloved character? Okay. He's not even considering the world title, by the way. That should tell you which belt is number one. Yeah, Randy's best shot would have been if he was facing Jay, for sure. Okay, big pop for Cody, saying he's going to get the title back at SummerSlam. So, here we go. That's true, Sophie. I didn't think about it that way. I was thinking of it like I think of Money in the Bank, where you can just choose. But yeah, it is. It is your local champion, your brand's champion. So, thank you for the correction there. I misspoke there. Okay, WWE Shop commercial. So yeah, all right. So that's one match down, 5 matches left. Cody comes out on top. Decent match. Started off a little slow, which you kind of could expect from Cody and Randy, but hit that high gear. Randy started working heel there towards the end, even though the fans were firmly behind him the entire time. And Cody pulls out the win by taking advantage of Randy's healing, turning against him. So, Perth, Australia. Wait, October? Which PLE? Oh, Crown Jewel. Okay, that's right. Crown Jewel won't be in Saudi Arabia because they're getting the Royal Rumble. So Crown Jewel is going to be in Australia. And we have, yes, okay, so mid-October, everybody. We're probably going to get another programming change because it's Australia and it's in the morning. Yeah, Raw's going to be on earlier and SmackDown. They're getting a Raw and a SmackDown. Australia will. So those are probably going to be earlier. October, man. October 11th. That is actually, oh, Bianca and Tez. Oh, they went to Perth. That's a nice gig. They just send you to Australia to sightsee, to be ambassadors for the brand. That's pretty cool. Okay, they're recapping last night. The Street Profits, retaining the titles, but oh, they're here. There's the Street Profits in the crowd. Still not a huge ovation there. Yeah, Sophie, SmackDown's on USA, so it'll probably be like what happened yesterday. So, yeah, again, Raw starting at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Join me right here for Raw on Monday. I'll be live streaming that for you guys. We've already had 13 PLEs from Saudi Arabia. Man, I feel like that happened fast. All right, looks like we're getting the street fight now. Street fight time. Just reminding you guys of the coalition predictions. Let me pull them up real quick. So Becky and I have Rhea, and AJ has Raquel. So we'll see what happens here. This could even us up right away. Oh, old school Rhea. Okay, we're playing into their history as friends. These are great little pictures they're showing and videos of them, but like on TV, were they ever really like linked at all? That's what's funny to me, is I feel like they're kind of, now they waited the day of the match, a few minutes before the match, to be like, you know what? We've actually been really close all along. And like, I don't mind if that's a story angle you want to take, especially if you have all this footage and photos, but like maybe show that to us a little bit sooner. Interesting. So, yeah, I feel like this actually could have been. Man, I don't hate this, but like, this is the roots of a better feud. You know, like, I actually really like the story they're kind of doing here, like sort of bit of like jealousy, just professional jealousy from them on the main roster after what they both accomplished on NXT. But like, we're getting that now 5 minutes before the match. And yeah. Anyway, I wish they had built this up for a few more weeks, but that's okay. Oh, Slim Jim table. Yeah, I mean, Raquel seems to have had the upper hand this whole time. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm still. I mean, obviously my pick is still Rhea here. So the video production on this feud is like blow off WrestleMania level almost. And if you weren't watching the TV shows, you would think, oh man, they've really had beef for a while. They only started beefing with each other by proxy for the Queen of the Ring qualifiers, which is a credit to WWE's production team. At the same time, an indictment on their creative. They clearly could have made a much more. They just showed us the trailer for a better movie, is what they did. So I hope these ladies get the chance to really ball out here and have a good match. Here comes Raquel. She's carrying both tag team titles. And yeah, here you go, guys. Here's our first instance of Def Rebel silencing the crowd. And Raquel's Saudi gear is not too bad. There's kind of there's like a stitching / barbed wire kind of element theme she's got going on, which is kind of cool. Michael Cole's talking about the tag titles. Okay, well, Cole is bringing it to everybody's attention. She does look a little like the Crow. You're right, Justin. That actually looks pretty similar to Brandon Lee's Crow outfit a little bit. Good call. Good call. I've forgotten what the Crow's body outfit looked like because loud pop for Rhea. Let's see if they sing along with her. I'd forgotten what his body costume looked like because we all focus on the face paint. And Rhea's looking like old Rhea in the gear out of necessity. So both ladies are going to be in full-on black bodysuits here. Okay. Rhea beat Raquel 2 years ago at Crown Jewel. She's 4-1 against Raquel. And Rhea, let it be said, 31-3 since 2022. So when we say Rhea Hogan, 31-3 in one-on-one matches. Now, I don't use that term a lot, but let's not act like she has not been a marquee top woman and booked as such for the past 3 years. 31-3. Liv Morgan beat her once at SummerSlam with help from Dom. But yeah, so there's like half Halloween, half Hellraiser going on from Rhea and some Crow looking like Raquel. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a pretty nasty tag team, if I'm being honest. Even though we're nowhere near any of that happening, but just looking at their gear similarities, they would be a nasty tag team. I'll tell you what, some skyscrapers, some Legion of Doom, Chronic, whatever. Sisters of Destruction. All right, here we go. Street fight time. And the ref backs out of the way. And they're still staring each other down. You know, just me. Yes, I did hear the pop Rhea got. If I was Rhea, I would not be wearing my nose piercing in a street fight. Just saying. Like it's right there. Okay. Now let's see how quickly the ladies remember that this is a street fight. Let's go Rhea, Chance. Crow Rhea Ripley. Okay. Man, nasty clothesline from Raquel, and Rhea's hits her head on the way down. Oh, kick to the face from Rhea. We're a couple of minutes into this street fight already, and it has been the most basic wrestling match so far. I'm usually not on the side of the fans immediately chanting, "We want tables," but this is a street fight. I don't even know why they're in the ring right now. For the love, somebody grab a weapon. I know I'm being impatient here, but like this feels like Randy and Cody right now. Like I'm just gonna beat you up in the ring, like with my hands. Rhea Ripley's never been in a street fight in WWE. Oh, okay. Raquel's got Rhea tied up in the ropes. Old school move there, and she's just punching her in the ribs. I'm telling you, man, if she's tied up in the ropes, go grab a kendo stick and go to town. Like, this is finally Raquel is at least going outside the ring and going underneath. I see an Amazon box down there. Amazon even delivers the Night of Champions. She's got a chair and a kendo stick. Now, you can't do that in 2K. You can only pick one weapon at a time, Raquel. Come on. All right, now take some shots while she's tied up. Oh, my gosh. Smack to the midsection. Only one. And she's threatening the ref. I mean, it's a street fight. He can't get involved. So Rhea still just tied up in the ropes, just taking kendo shots. Now she throws down the kendo stick. Why? Like, I mean, I know why, okay? Like, because they actually care for each other Oh, backfire. She went for the chair. Rhea kicks the chair back in Raquel's face. Now, can she free herself from the ropes? Yep. Now Rhea is free, and you know she's got revenge on her mind. Oh, drop kick. Seated drop kick to Raquel. Sends her flying outside the ring. And Rhea holding those ribs. Yeah, all Rhea needs to add is a crow or a raven in her entrance. Yeah, for real. Well, doesn't she have, that was the Judgment Day. They had that giant like bird across the Tron during the entrance. So I guess if she had worn an outfit like this in her Judgment Day days, we could have gotten the complete package. Okay. She is disassembling the announce table. No, she's taking the hood off the announce table, and she's draping it like across the timekeepers area, like a little bridge. But but now she's cleared off the Arabic announce table. Did I see Randy Orton was doing the yeet thing during the power outage yesterday? I saw it briefly from the clip on YouTube after SmackDown aired on USA. Okay. Rhea is looking at the hood of the announce table she draped over the timekeepers area. She's going to try to suplex Raquel off the announce table through the hood that's draped over. But she can't get her up for the suplex headbutt. Raquel goes tumbling off the announce table. And applause from the crowd as Rhea stands tall. Oh my gosh. She went for a somersault plancha and got caught by Raquel. Powerbomb position. Power bombs her through the hood of the announce table. Sick move there. How mad would I be if Jey Uso doesn't show up tonight? I won't be affected at all if Jey Uso doesn't show up tonight because Jey Uso has not been advertised. So I'm preparing myself for that. I know I said on the prediction show it would be foolish not, and I do agree, it would be foolish not to bring him out to hype up the crowd for something. However, he's not scheduled to be there. So no need to be upset if he doesn't show up. Because I'm not expecting him to show up. All right. It's table time. Raquel getting all the weapon offense in this match. Did I see Randy's face after he lost? Maybe he's thinking Kevin Owens could be right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like, listen, if we hear, Uso loud and clear, the crowd's gonna explode, I'm just saying, like, they haven't done anything to give us the expectation that he's going to be there. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is back in the States, just in case they have a hard time getting out of Saudi Arabia. So that way, Yeats will be ready to go on Monday afternoon. Raquel does look like Edward Scissorhands. Yes, I'm telling you, man, it's so far away from Halloween. It's been so long since I've watched my annual Halloween films that I've forgotten. But yeah, she does have that Edward Scissorhands look. Rhea smacks Raquel's face up against the top half of the steps, which have been lodged on the apron. Good call, Justin. Justin, you were getting all the gear points tonight. Oh, Rhea's taking her belt off. I guess she's going to start whipping. Oh, I heard that whip. A full body gear is not going to help you there. Oh, my gosh. You can hear that in China. My goodness. By the way, Raquel set up a table in the corner of the ring a few minutes ago. It's still there. And she is just whipping Raquel to pieces. Raquel just keeps turning around, trying to get away, but for nothing. All right. And she's trying to get Raquel up for a razor's edge. And does it. Follows it up with a diving kick. Only two, though. It's Chekhov's table. If a table is set up in the corner, it must be destroyed before the end of the match. This is awesome, Chance. By the way, the steps are still on the apron as well. Oh, Rhea's got, I don't know what she calls it. The prison trap. Okay, it's like the standing figure four she does. I love that move from Rhea. when she pulls it off. It's impressive when she does it on the bigger girls, too. Raquel, I mean, it's a street fight. I guess she can still tap out. Wait! Roxy's here. Roxy is here and saves Raquel from tapping out. And now Rhea sees Roxanne, but Roxy gets out of the ring. She's running away. And now, Roxy is taking advantage, but she thought she was going to get a tornado DDT on Raquel, but on Rhea, sorry, but Rhea has reversed it and suplexes her to the outside. Well, that numbers game is now in effect. I'm sure A is very happy about that. But the numbers game has started a little early. So will they overcome Rhea, or will she overcome the Judgment Day? Oh, she's giving her the old EO. Trash can to the head, on the head. And then a kick to the dome. And currently Roxy appears neutralized. But here comes Raquel from behind. Torpedoes are right into the corner of the post. In the ring. All right, here we go. Throws. Oh, gosh. Just throws Rhea into those steps that were still on the apron, and the steps go flying. Okay, Vader bomb. Oh, no, Vader bomb into an elbow. Raquel only gets 2. Well, I thought my chances were looking good, but the odds are getting stacked against Rhea here. We'll see who goes into that table, though. All right. Getting a Tahana bomb into the table. Oh! Rhea reverses, but Raquel stops before she goes through the table. And now a big boot to Rhea's face. Yeah, it's 2-on-1, and we don't know if there's anybody to help Rhea. Okay, now Raquel is moving the table. Oh, now she's sort of she's laying it flat across the top rope now. What's she going to go for now? Now she's got her on her shoulder in a running power slam motion. She's going to torpedo her right into the... Oh! Rhea reverses, and she hits face first into the edge of the table that's laid across the top rope. Yeah, I don't think Damian gets involved here unless like Finn and JD get involved. Because WWE, despite what the video games show us, isn't super cool on the intergender stuff. All right, Rhea has climbed to the top rope and is standing on the table, slamming Raquel's head on the table repeatedly. Not sure what we're getting here, though. Okay, she is pulling... She's pulling Raquel on top of the table, too. This is precarious. I hope that table doesn't break underneath them because that could be real bad. Rhea is going for a riptide off the top with both of them standing on the table. Super riptide. She's got it. 1, 2, and that's 3. The table doesn't even break. They don't break, and Rhea wins. AJ's 0-2. All right. Me and B are 2-0. Man, I got to say, I'm surprised that while that table played into the finish, that it did not break. I suppose there could be a post-match spot, I guess, but I was starting to believe for a second that Raquel would win because one, the numbers game, but also like I have a feeling that that Roxy will hold the other tag title here soon, and she's got to do something to earn she's got to do something to earn what Raquel's respect to get that other belt. A&B combos, love you guys. Hope your stream is going well. Sorry about the 0-2, but it is what it is. Goodness gracious alive. Eat, sleep, breathe. All right, so we got a break now. LFG promo. Leave a quick message for my friends at A&B Combos. Okay. Let's see. All right. So 2-0 right now for me. I gotta see here. I have a feeling, I'm not predicting anything, but there's a good chance that B might actually take this one. We'll see. It depends. We've all got Cena. We've all got Solo. But she picked Jade, and I think she's going to be right about that. And I picked Asuka. And we both picked Kross. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sean Swaby, good to see you, friend. I hope you're doing well this afternoon, this Night of Champions Day we're having. So far, a fun show. Okay, so Evolution's going to be 4 o'clock on the 13th, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. A stacked weekend there as well. Should be a good time. So, yeah, we're 2 weeks away. Raquel did look good with the loss. She held her own. She was looking vicious in that ring. She didn't look weak at all. If anything, Roxy kind of looked outdone. Justin, you're such a goat for that, man. Thanks for watching both of us. There's Julia in the crowd, our new United States champion, which I'm psyched for personally. It was time to go ahead and move that belt along. All right, it is Sami and Karrion time. Get your picks in. We've got Sami Zayn had enough, finally unleashing on Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross trying to goad him into a fight all this time, and finally Karrion Kross gets on PLE, and here comes Karrion. Let's listen for the response. An initial ovation that quiets pretty quickly, though. Let's hear it. Scarlett's out first. Crowd is getting louder once Karrion makes his entrance. So far, Karrion has the second quietest entrance of the night behind Raquel. This is such a strange entrance, because Karrion and Scarlett's entrance is very timed and choreographed, but they have that huge entrance ramp. So she had to book it. It was a little disarming. Okay, once the beat drops, the crowd's behind Kross. So Okay. The crowd, the floor crowd is awake for Kross. I'll tell you that. All right, man. Let's see what Kross has got. But this crowd is about to explode for Sami too, though. Julia, I mean, I think Julia gets a longer reign than any of the women before. Longer than Zelina for sure. I think she probably gets a longer reign than Chelsea as well. But yeah, I'm happy to see the response for Kross. I do wish it was a little bit more, but you know what? For someone who's like never featured on like main TV as a wrestler, for them to be in Saudi Arabia, not even in the States, I think this is a very good ovation for Kross. So I'm for it. I'm for it. Yeah, he's getting chants. Karrion Kross chants from the crowd. You can hear it. Okay. Love it. I spoke too soon. It's great. All right. Well, now that the tide has turned and the crowd is showing their support for Kross, I'm going to say Raquel's the only one who hasn't even gotten a pop tonight. But here comes a real pop. You can hear it already. Wait for the let's go. Whew. Oh, man. Here comes Sami. Sami is I'm sorry, I don't actually know the term for the clothing item, but Sami's got a native headpiece, wearing a native headpiece, coming out with his gear, and he's still wearing that Palestinian inspired gear from Saturday night's main event as well. Crowd is firmly behind him. All right. It is interesting to see the cultural clash, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. The cultural clash of Sami being like full earnest Palestinian homage in his gear, coming out to ska music. It's an interesting mesh there. It's an interesting mesh. To be fair, there might be a lot of Palestinian ska bands out in the world that I'm not aware of. I have a very small knowledge of ska bands across the world. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Less Than Jake. Does Goldfinger count? I know them from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and of course a few Christian ska bands, the Insiders, the Supertones, Five Iron Frenzy. Okay, so I know more ska bands than probably the average person, but still, none of them are Palestinian to my understanding. For Leclerc, good to see you, man. You love the street fight, but not Rhea Ripley winning because it makes Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez look weak. Well, I'll say this. I will politely disagree that Raquel looked weak. I thought she held her own, and I thought they had a good back and forth. It didn't. I would say it didn't do any favors for Roxy, because when you have a numbers advantage, that should actually do something for you. And I agree that it didn't really do much there. But yeah, listen, you guys, we need to go ahead and start the the agenda for Sami Zayn Royal Rumble 2026. Dude, look at Sami and Karrion looking at each other. These guys cannot maintain kayfabe right now. I think they're both so grateful to be on the show, first of all, and that the crowd is firmly behind both of them. It's not quite Cody and Randy levels, but let's go ahead and start the agenda now. Sami Royal Rumble 26, because the Royal Rumble is happening here. I don't know if it's in this building, but it's happening in Saudi Arabia. And can you imagine Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble? Come on, man. Come on. Let's talk about it, as Trick Williams would say. The Devil You Know. That's on Karrion's trunks. Karrion just rolling. Either Sami or Jacob at Royal Rumble 26. I don't think that's a bad book at all, JR. But I'll tell you this. If those were our two guys, if Sami and Jacob were the guys challenging for titles at WrestleMania, I think the way both of those matches are designed, the Royal Rumble is designed, this sort of struggle against 29 other men. It's an endurance test. And the Elimination Chamber is, the harrowing cage match that, it's all brutality. Give me Sami in the Royal Rumble. Give me Jacob in the Elimination Chamber. Let Jacob just bulldoze his way through the Elimination Chamber like Shayna Baszler did that one year for the women's Elimination Chamber. And let Sami give Sami the Royal Rumble. I think Sami in Saudi Arabia in the Royal Rumble, I'm not going to say it's predictable because I don't think Sami is a predictable win with as many main eventers as they have. But if we start to get the feeling that could be it, people in hindsight will be like, well, obviously. But you know what, man? Predictable is not a bad thing as long as it's booked right. Big chance for Sami. A lot in the local language too. I can't make it all out in Arabic. Assuming it's Arabic. Wade Barrett just called Karrion Kross and Scarlett Mickey and Mallory, a nod to Natural Born Killers. Deep cut from Wade Barrett. Man. Irish whip on the outside. Sami Zayn jumps on the top of the barricade, Jeff Hardy style, and hits Karrion Kross with a moonsault. Crowd's hot for this match. They are not going to be happy, I think, if Kross wins. Kross with a suplex. And every time Kross hits a move that silences the crowd a little bit, Scarlett just goes talking her stuff to the crowd. Sami only has 3 wins in 2025. Wow. Compare that to Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes, as we've seen their win total for the past 3 years. It's crazy. Cody's only had 3 losses in the past 3 years, as has Rhea, I believe. And Sami's only got 3 wins. Sami character feels like Jamie from Ted Lasso, the way the crowd sings Sami theme song. Oh, like Sami Zayn, do 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 do. Sami Zayn, do 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 do. I could do that. I can get behind that. A little Jamie Tart action. Yeah, big fan of Ted Lasso. One of my favorite shows of all time. Of course, we know this about each other, Justin. Every week, wrestling is life. Let's see. My son started watching Ted Lasso recently. He just told me yesterday. He's in college, and he's enjoying it. He's a big fan of Danny Rojas, as I should say, as we mentioned. All right. Kross has Sami on the turnbuckle. Maybe a super back suplex. Sami's trying to fight it off, though, with the elbows. And, down he falls. Okay. And now Sami's in the Tree of Woe. Falls out of it. But Karrion is talking his trash. Cover's not going to get 3 here. Just 1. Well, Karrion Kross firmly in control in this match. I think, well, Chris, the stats they gave when she came to the ring was her one-on-one record. So 3 losses was her one-on-one losses. So like the triple threat at WrestleMania doesn't count. Tag team matches don't count. The qualifying match for Queen of the Ring doesn't count. You know, all that stuff like that. So yeah, we were. I was referencing the one-on-one wins. But yeah, Sami just Saquon Barkley'd Karrion Kross, the reverse leapfrog there. Sami getting back in control now. Chops in the corner. And now we're going to get a 10 count punch here in the corner. We don't see that as many times anymore. Sami gets to 10, then he just starts double pounding him, just going to town on Karrion Kross's face. Karrion Kross's last PLE appearance was 3 years ago. I believe we mentioned that on the prediction show. Wild stuff. Just happy that he's on the show and they're actually getting time to wrestle too. Because that's the thing. Getting on a Triple H PLE card, these matches get time. So you get time to show, you know, what you can do. Boom. It looks like a Death Valley driver from Kross. A little modified, maybe. Also, I read one of the most ridiculous posts earlier this week that claimed that Karrion Kross was afraid to take back bumps in the ring, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever read. Like some of the agendas online to like discredit the support Karrion Kross is getting online is hysterical. Oh yeah. I tell you what, yeah, the female refs probably got to be burning up too, having to wear all these turtlenecks and stuff like that. Yeah, we're talking singles matches, Sophie. Yeah, he was in that triple threat, 6-man tag street fight at WrestleMania 40. All right. Uh-oh, the cross hammer, huh? Burning hammer. Uh-oh, Blue Thunder Bomb. Crosshammer reversed into the Blue Thunder Bomb only for 2. The Blue Thunder Bomb might be the best move that never wins. I mean, he's won once or twice with it. I'm not speaking in absolutes, but the Blue Thunder Bomb might be one of the most over moves that rarely ever gets a win. Now Roxanne Perez have 40 wins in 2022. That's crazy. Stats are running wild here at Mark by Wrestling tonight. So yeah. Sami trying to get Kross up. Kross dead weighting him, and he was baiting him and got him in a release German suplex. He has been he's definitely trying to play possum with him a few times. Multiple German suplexes here. Not Kurt Angle or Chris Benoit style. He's doing, release German suplexes here. Blue Thunder Bomb should be his finisher. I mean, I think it's a more devastating move, Sean. I agree with that. But one thing I'll say about the haluva kick is you can hit it on anybody. Should Sami Zayn end up in the ring with an Omos, for example, exploder suplex coming into the corner, you're going to have a hard time hitting a Blue Thunder Bomb on a giant, but you could still hit a haluva kick on a giant. Just something to consider. Okay, Sami going for that haluva kick. Nope. Kross has caught him in a sleeper in the middle of the ring, and he's locked in good. Can Sami get to the ropes? the Kross jacket. Sami. Oh, he's got him on his back. He's got the hooks in. He's got the hooks in. I can't even remember who I picked. Okay, I picked Kross for this match. All right. A picked Sami. Yeah, Sophie. I mean, A and B came to say hi to me, so I was just going in to say hi to them. That's all. Anyway, just, extending my gratitude. With 6 matches, A could do what the Mets rarely do by having a comeback. There's always room for Mets dunking in my chats. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, Sam is surviving. He has not tapped out. He has not lost consciousness from the Kross jacket. So let's see what we've got here. All right. He's still in the Kross jacket, though, and while Sami hasn't lost consciousness, he's still trying to go for the ropes, and he's still locked in. His face is turning red. Oh, he finally lunges and gets the ropes. Kross has to release. I never quite understood. Well, that's how you survive as a Mets fan, Sophie. Told Sami he's got to learn how to stay down. He's charging the corner. Eats a huge clothesline in the corner. Say you're a liar. Another massive clothesline in the corner from Sami. To Sami from Kross. Uh-oh. Boom! Sami just chased him right into the corner with a haluva kick. Is that enough? 2. All right. 2 and 1. Sami gets that win. Finally, A gets on the board. All right. 2 and 1. 2 and 1 so far. But hey, I think this was a solid match. It's not going to be match of the night, but the crowd was invested the whole time. It was hard hitting. Kross is still conscious. He's pointing. He's reaching out to Sami and still jawing at him from his back. I don't know what he's saying, and Sami's watching him. I feel like they're not done here. I think they may not be done here. All right, Sean, 3-0. Good for you, man. Man, the fact that Sami did not pass out or tap out in that Kross jacket was a great spot because he was locked up right in the middle of the ring, and he really, really sold that well. Sami sold that underdog bit in this match super well. And the timing on the haluva kick at the end was chef's kiss. Like, as soon as Kross turned around, he ate that boot to the face. Scarlett's now holding Karrion's head in her hands on the mat while Sami poses on the top turnbuckle, but still has eyes on them both. So respect to that shot, too. He's like, listen to the crowd. He's telling Karrion to listen to the crowd. As we go to a break. No, A's not 0 for 3. He's 1 and 2. He picked Sami. Yeah. Yeah, he picked Sami. He's the only one who picked Sami. Me and B both picked Kross for that match. So he's 1 and 2. He got that one. Man, I got to unlock some more of this stuff in 2K. Big man jams. All right. I'm going to type that. Sorry, I got to type this down real quick. All right. It's a locker code for 2K. I'll have to do that and get some more My Faction work. But what is this an ad for? They're showing War Games and Crown Jewel. Oh, Survivor Series San Diego in November. They're going to the 619. Wonder if Ray will be ready to go by then. It'll be interesting. Petco Park, too. It's going to be outdoors. Okay. At the Padres field. Oh, they're putting over Los Garzas, too, for being the AAA Tag Team Champions. And they're also in the crowd, Los Garzas. With Escobar. She's in there in the middle. I don't want to discredit AAA, but those belts look a little cheap to me. Abigail Matthew, hi, what's up? Good to see you. Was Karrion Kross's ethnicities classified as Latino in 2K23? Yeah, he does have. I know he's got some Latino in him. I'm trying to remember exactly where he's from. I want to say he's like blended, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I can find that out real quick. Oh, so he's yeah, so he's Costa Rican, Puerto Rican, among other things, but those are his those are his Hispanic ethnicities. Is yeah, I absolutely think AAA could be imported into the roster. You know they're trying to get Mr. Iguana into 2K26 already for sure. Yeah, so the AAA, I would love to see the AAA tag belts defended on SmackDown at some point. I kind of miss those days. You know, WCW would do things like that. We've got Jacob and Solo coming up next, everybody. Abigail Stream's been doing great. It's a great show. We're having a good time and solid matches so far. I don't think there's been any disappointing matches at all. And right now we've got the U.S. Championship coming up next. Champion Jacob Fatu defending against Solo Sikoa. So should be a good time. All right, so we're getting a recap of this feud now. Jacob winning the U.S. title at WrestleMania from LA Knight. Yeah. And eventually Solo runs his mouth too much and doesn't value Jacob for what he really is. Taking too much credit where he shouldn't. And now we've got JC Mateo in the mix, who is, JC made an impact in his debut, but I got to admit, JC has been not the most memorable to me for a while. Abigail, I play 2K, WWE 2K on this channel from time to time. I play lots of other games, but that's the only one I stream. Yeah. Yeah, Sophie, you might be right. You might have a series of matches here. I think it really just depends on how decisive this match ends up being. I absolutely think we might have more than one match if Solo wins, but I don't. If Jacob just beats Solo tonight, then I don't know how we're getting more from this. So I'm curious if Solo debuts another enforcer, or if the Tongans come back, or if it's just him and JC out there. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Well, Sophie, you said it yourself that this could be the first chapter in a feud. And if it is, maybe they have some kind of gimmick match at SummerSlam. Um, or perhaps, yeah, this does open the door for something else. But yeah, you're right. They did tease a match with Damian as well. I wonder if that will be 1-on-1 or if he gets added like in a triple threat style. SummerSlam will be 2 nights, and it's their first ever 2-night SummerSlam. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a more stacked card for that. Much like with WrestleMania, we might get 6 or 7 matches per night. So rather than your standard 5s. So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, I forgot that Jimmy Uso Jimmy and Jacob have sort of a tense alliance now, just based off of pure respect. So if it does come down to Solo and JC, don't be surprised if Jimmy doesn't show up to help. Now, here comes Solo, and I have picked Solo for this match. I picked it on Thursday or on Wednesday or Thursday of this week. So we've had development since then. So Jimmy could neutralize JC. If we had the Tongans come back, then that actually could be a fun avenue for if Jay is here to help out Jimmy and Jacob. Now that wouldn't be bad. And then you have like a 6-man at SummerSlam with the Usos and Jacob versus Solo and all them. Solo has never held a singles title on the main roster. So, all right, showing off that taped up thumb for the Samoan Spike. I don't hear much of a reaction for Solo, but we'll see what happens. All right, and he doesn't come out with JC Mateo either. No, he wasn't. He wasn't in NXT that long. Abigail, I tend to stream every Tuesday night. Today's kind of a special occasion because it's a premium live event for WWE. I am going live again on Monday afternoon and Tuesday evening, and then I try to go on for 2K usually on Wednesdays or Thursdays. It's usually in the early afternoon. I don't have a dedicated schedule for that just yet, but those are usually the times I go in to play. But that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, here comes Jacob, the U.S. champion. I tell you what, Jacob's got so much aura. I don't usually use that word very much, but he's got so much aura that, like, as soon as he came out, I was like, man, did I think too hard about this and picking Solo? Jacob may end up taking this. All right, for those of you following along with the coalition predictions, all 3 of us have picked Solo for this match. So I'm starting to think we made the wrong call. But now that JC did not come out with Solo, he could show up later because we know he's in Saudi Arabia because he wrestled Jimmy. So we know he and Jimmy are both in the city, in the building probably. But is anyone else in the building who could win? Yeah, I remember when Solo was North American champion, and there was a brief time where everybody in the bloodline had a belt. But Solo didn't keep it for very long because they called him right up to the main roster and kept him there ever since. All right. United States Championship, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. Here we go. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Abigail. Super appreciate it. I'll have to give you a follow back once my stream is done. Thank you so much. So okay. Oh, Solo cheap shots him. Which listen, if you're gonna have a shot at Jacob, you're gonna have to do everything you can. Listen, Solo is not. He's not fighting scared. I'll tell you that. He's fighting like old school Solo. I like that. Oh, Abigail, I'm from the U.S. I was born and raised in the South, but I live on the West Coast now. All right, so oh my gosh, Solo was like dancing, making fun of him. You could hear laughs from the crowd. Man, Solo's really finding his personality. I really appreciate that. So, where are you from, Abigail? Okay. Crowd clapping for Jacob now that Jacob's in firm control. Let's see. By the way, everybody, just hold on. Let me get this. As the channel is still climbing to super chat status, if you want to support the channel, you can do that through here, through Cash App, or through Venmo. Feel free to do that. Virginia. I was born in Virginia. I was born in Charlottesville, actually. But it's been a number of years since I've lived there. But yeah, Virginia is a beautiful place. Virginia's for lovers, they used to say. I don't know if they still say that, but nevertheless, all the love in the world for Virginia. All right. Solo take the beating here from Jacob. Jacob jumping off the steps, taking him down with a clothesline. So sure, Abigail. I don't know if you can message me on Twitch or anything like that, but I'm open, always open for ideas, and see if they're implementable. But we'll see. All right. All right, Jacob back firmly in control, hitting a couple of sentons off the ropes here. So is he going to go for that? Oh, man, he was about to go for that moonsault already. Find it interesting. You know, we don't have a lot of oh, he was going to go for a suicide dive, but he got dropped by Solo. You know, between Jacob and Tiffany, I don't think there's been a lot of times in wrestling eras where popular acts, people who are both champions at the same time, have the same finishing move. We don't see that a ton in the same company at the same time, you know? So there's that. Let's see. Abigail, is that your username on Discord? Let's see. All right. Okay. Make it, maybe Jacob will change the title, but others attack the title, but others will attack. That's true, Sean. That could be a possible scenario there. You could still advance the story while still keeping the title on him. I mean, because like we even saw, you know, Rhea win that street fight, even though they still did the interference spot from Nancy. So you can still do both and not have that impact. Jacob hits his face on the ring post, the old school stinger splash knockout spot. dove over Solo, who got out of the way and took a shot right on the ring post. Hey, Zach, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for hopping in to say hi. And now Solo running hip attack again, mocking Jacob's little freak out dance. Who do you think does the moonsault better, Super Crazy or Jacob Fatu? Between those two, I would say Jacob, just barely, just because it's so violent. Like his moonsault's so violent. Maybe it has to do with him being a little heavier, too. That maybe has something to do with it. My favorite moonsault though is probably EO Skies. Yeah, Abigail, I'll add you after the stream is over. I don't really have the wherewithal to do it right now, but yeah, I'll add you later. And then Great Muda was also a great moonsault too. He just like threw himself so hard. There were a lot of good moonsaults in wrestling, but those are probably two of my favorites, EO and Great Muda. And I want to say there was somebody else that I used to really like too, but I can't remember who it might be. So we'll see. And Solo just talking all kinds of trash with Jacob in a sleeper right here on the ground in the middle of the ring. So crazy stuff. Okay. Shoving back and forth between Jacob and Solo right now. Oh, Jacob's standing right back up after taking a beat. German suplex. Jacob with the German suplex. Oh, man, hip attack on the corner from Jacob. Let's see. Swanton from Jacob off the top. Jacob firmly in control. Okay. Jacob firmly in control of this match. I got to admit, the pacing of the match has slowed down a little bit at this point. Jacob just kind of toying with him a little bit. And they are just kind of clean one-on-one right now. You know, there's no JC Mateo here. So. Oh, I said it, and he appears. Is he Joe Hendry? JC Mateo. Wait. We have someone else. Someone else has just interfered. Oh, and here come the Tongans. Tongans are in the house. Oh. Wow. 2.99 Tongaloa's interference did not make it happen. But where's Tama? Is Tama anywhere around? Ultimo Dragon did do a moonsault, Justin. He was, I don't know if he was the inventor, but he really, in America, popularized the Asai moonsault, the springboard moonsault. He was the first guy I ever saw do that in the early, Nitro days. Oh, Samoan Spike misses. Super kick. Oh, a little bit of a handspring kick knocks JC Mateo off the right. Oh man. And he dives outside, takes out both enforcers for Solo, although JC was a little out of position if we're being honest. But yeah, Ultimo Dragon did a great moonsault. I forgot about that because it was kind of an unconventional one. I was thinking about the more traditional moonsault right off the top, but you're right. Okay. Pop up Samoan drop by Jacob. Now JC's coming back in. Super kick. Now he's going to get the hip attack to JC. No DQs yet because no one has actually laid a hand on Jacob in front of the ref. And now Jacob hit that moonsault. That should be the finish. Where's the ref? Now what? Herculeo is here. Herculeo is here. Talatonga. They're calling him Talatonga. Of course they're calling him Tall. Here comes a choke slam onto the announce table. Is it in view of the ref, though? Okay. No ref in sight. Jacob's going back in. We might pull this. We might pull this prediction off, people. Solo looks very pleased with himself. Now, listen, I know Jacob is Superman, but come on, dude. He can't kick out of this. Okay. Now Solo's gearing up for the spike. And Jacob sold the heck out of that spike. To new U.S. champion Solo with help of a returning Tongaloa and a debuting Talatonga. We got a new U.S. champion. Well, listen, I love Jacob Fatu as much as every other fan, but he was holding that belt hostage. He was booked so strong. He needed to get taken down a peg. So, yeah. So I'm 3-1 right now. Just the A and B combos, coalition predictions. B and I are both 3-1, and A is 2-2. Just keeping up the tabs. So just so everybody knows how we're all doing. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, Solo's got a whole crew now again, and there's still one Tongan who's not there. So, yeah, and now there's a belt. So now Solo's holding the mid card hostage with the bloodline. Well, team of bloodline, whatever he wants to call it. It would probably be in Solo's best interest to call it something else at this point. What's interesting, too, well, no, Herculeo is a Fatu, isn't he? Yeah. So never mind. So, man, Sean, I hope it's not another War Games. If I'm being honest, I hope it's not. I'm a little tired of seeing Bloodline War Games stuff. Although we only had one War Games match between them, but I do want to see a match. It doesn't have to be War Games though. It can just be a Survivor Series match for all I care. However, yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna have to look. Herculeo, I can't remember if he's a Fatu or not, because what would be very interesting is that Solo has built a Samoan faction with no with absolutely no Fatus in it. So that would be wild. Is like he is now like he is the Scar of the Fatu family now. So I want to confirm that about Herculeo. And by the way, super chat from A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. Tiffany Stratton there in the crowd showing off. All love to Mark Bar Wrestling and everyone in the chat. Now that's how you do a U.S. title match. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for dropping a chat in, and I'll have to return the favor here before it's all over with. And yeah, so I'm gonna see Herculeo. Leo Tonga. No, he is a Tonga. Okay. All right. That is highly interesting to me. So there is no Fatu other than Solo in this. We got the Queen of the Ring finals coming up now, by the way. Thank you, Sean, for confirming Herculeo is a Tongan. So something very interesting to consider there. All right. Let me drop in real quick. Let's see. Okay. Get that. So we've got a recap of the Queen of the Ring tournament going on right now. Showing some love there. Okay. All right. Thank you again so much for that. A and B combos. Yeah, so we're still recapping here. I picked Asuka for this one, but I got to admit I am curious that I might have picked wrong before this match comes up. So we'll see what happens from here. So nevertheless, we'll see what comes of it all. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, I mean, Haku's got to be super proud, man. Like he's been a legend in WWE lore and pro wrestling lore for decades, right? Like for my entire, upbringing, all I heard was stories about how he might have been the toughest legit pro wrestler, of them all. All the toughest guys I ever heard do interviews would say, like, he's a guy I don't want to get in a fight with, for real. And so now all of his boys being featured on TV is a great thing. So I'm sure he's super proud. Justin, you're absolutely right about that. So there we are. But now it's time for Asuka and Jade, and we'll see what we get out of this Queen of the Ring match. I won't be surprised if Jade wins. I want Asuka to win because I want her to have a clean pathway to Io Sky because we just saw Rhea Ripley win that street fight, so she's got a claim to do something more now. So we'll see what happens from that, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I just hope it's a good match because Jade is still learning as we're going along, and so we'll go from there. All right, here comes Asuka. Big reaction for Asuka's theme music, and here she comes. Let's see what kind of get up she'll have on for Saudi. There's a black and orange. Honestly, she kind of looks. It looks like it was. I mean, I know they have the same people, making gears backstage, but hers looks like a hybrid of what Rhea was wearing earlier, and also a little like Kane, a little like the original Kane. Second match in Riyadh, third match ever in Saudi. She's been out for 13 months, but she is back. So here we go. All right. Asuka's paint is on point. It's a little clownish, but here we go. I am the future. All right, and we're gonna have Jade coming out here any minute now. Jade Cargill. Okay. All right, let's listen for the ovation and go here. I have not ever seen Jackie Chan Adventures, Sean. Is it a cartoon? Whoa, my sound just cut out. Oh, Cargill looks exactly like Storm from X-Men. She's wearing Storm cosplay. I'm for this. That's a great look. Great look. Yeah, that's a. Well, this is both their third match in Saudi Arabia, so that's interesting. But yeah, good cosplay from Jade. Set up just like Storm from X-Men. Yeah, I think it was just a sound issue. Hopefully, no other issues coming through like there were yesterday. So, all right. All right. I'm kind of I'm eager to see how this match plays out. So we'll see what is coming down the pipe for uh, Queen of the Ring. Okay. Okay. It is bell time. So here we go. Asuka and Jade. Jade's also got some contacts in there. So we'll see how that makes any kind of impact whatsoever in her performance. Okay, Asuka going for a leg right away. Jade trying to fight it off. Okay. Let's see here.
Cargill. One of the things I noticed in the semifinal match against Roxanne Perez was the fact that she got Roxanne Perez in her game, and she got suspended. Now, the knee comes into play. That's open an issue when
Okay, let's see here.
They're supposed to be told. They're supposed to be able to control proceedings. Sometimes they look better when that doesn't happen.
All right, Justin, you got Asuka, and Sean said Jane looks like a giant. Yeah, I mean she's massive. I mean compared to, she looks like a star. Like she's got all the presentation. So my hope is that she just, the rest of her performance catches up. You know what I mean? Justin, I don't know if Naomi gets involved or not. I mean, her her MO is a little unhinged, right? So it could make sense for her to get involved just to mess with Jade, just for fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she will or not. We'll see what happens. Oh man, what a reversal into a leg lock from Asuka. And so yeah, I picked Asuka, Sophie, but I understand if Jade wins. All right. Okay, they're still throwing hands here in the ring. Crowd is kind of quiet for this match. It would actually be crazy if Bianca got involved because I think she's still rehabbing. I mean, I think she's just got a broken finger, which I don't want to trivialize, but they did show her and Montez. I mean, we know Montez is there because they already showed him in the crowd tonight. So if she was there, they're keeping her under wraps. Yeah, Sophie, I banned him. I'm not playing any of that. Even if it's just a troll doing a joke, I don't play that at all on this channel. So any talk of that gets immediate bans. I don't care who you are. So Jade with a choke slam only gets 2. And she's getting a little frustrated. But yeah. So yeah, right now, let's see. Right now, yeah, me and B are at 3-1, and A is at 2-2. But we'll see. If Jade wins this match, then we'll have. Let's see. B will be 4-1. and I will be 3-2, and A will be 2-3. So B could walk away with this depending on how it goes. Yeah, I did. I banned and deleted the comments. So yeah, it was just quicker to do it that way. It's all good. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Whoop. Sorry. Errant click there. Asuka with a drop kick off the top. All right, and only gets 2. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for these ladies because they're going for it here. Asuka's paint's starting to wear off a little bit. Some let's go Asuka chants. Okay. Sean, let's see. Justin, I just missed your comment. Sorry. You hope CM Punk comes out to the Punk Life theme song. I would be surprised if they're that committed to the bit for him to do that, but that would be great. Sean, I think when Jade wins this, but when will not win women's championship due to Naomi cash in. So my thought about that is if I were Naomi, I would and Jade I would see Naomi being Jade beating Tiffany at SummerSlam, and then Naomi cashing in right after Jade wins just to stick it to her. Orton Daniel Bryan style. I think that would be a great move for Naomi if she wins this match. 3 Diglets. Thank you for popping in and saying hi, man. Sorry if I harshed your vibe over there with A and B. I just wanted to say hi because I haven't seen you like in weeks, man. So I just want to make sure. I actually thought about you today. I was like, man, I haven't seen him in a long time. I hope everything is good in your neck of the woods and everything. And I adore being a part of A and B's chat, and we'll still try to find ways to do that. But Indiana, you chasing down Caitlin Clark or anything, or what's going on? Did you? Nice. Okay. That was that must have been quite a scene. Game 6 of the finals. I have to admit, I saw the Thunder's parade, if you can call it that. That might be one of the saddest victory parades I've ever seen. But nevertheless, what a great series, though. I hated that happened to Halliburton. And Jade pulls away the win, and it seems so sudden. The crowd's just stopped, just stunned. Man, well, Jade is queen of the ring. So let's hope that now the agenda is Naomi. So go ahead and get Jade ready for a title match at SummerSlam, and let's go ahead and get that briefcase shined up real nice. So she had the Asuka lock. She kicks out. Kick from Asuka. It happened so fast. I was sitting here chatting with you guys. I missed it. And then she comes off the ropes for the kick, for the hip attack. She picks her up. It was, yeah. And then boom, hits her with Jaded right then and there. Yeah. So that's that. I mean, listen, yeah, no, the crowd is not super into Jade. And also, just for what it's worth, I don't think it's because of the reason some people online says it is. I think they see through Jade's greenness. And I think Jade looks like $1 million, but there's just a crispness that she's missing. Like, go back to that Karrion Kross and Sami match. Those dudes were laying it in. They were crisp. Their timing was great. Well, now here we are. Congratulations to Jade. But yeah. She's getting some whistles in the crowd. And Jade's gear is on point, by the way. Listen. I'm 3-2. B is 4-1 now. She's got this on lock, I think, at this point. But I got to say this about Jade's promo skills. I said it yesterday when she faced off with Asuka, and I'll say it again. Jade sounds like a 2K creator wrestler, like her promos are heavily scripted, and yeah, I feel like I still don't know who she really is. You know what I mean? Like all the best talent that are out there cutting promos, you feel like you get an idea of who they are as a person. Bianca, I feel like I know who she is more as a person. Naomi, you believe her more, and even in her craziness. Sami, Karrion, Cody, Randy, Cena, Punk, all these top guys and top ladies. Becky Lynch, like all of them cut believable promos, and I'm just not quite there with Jade yet. And so Jade is again looks amazing as a performer. She looks threatening and stuff. But yeah, anyway, we'll see where this goes. I'm curious. I'm very curious how Naomi in the briefcase factors into Jade's journey, and if it ends up being a fail on Naomi's part, I got to say for my fandom, I'm not going to be a happy camper for that. But we'll see what happens. We've still got a couple of months until we get there now. And now we're going to, but that means we're going to have Jade and Tiffany. Unless Naomi cashes in early on Tiffany, and then we get Jade and Naomi at SummerSlam, which we just had that at Mania. So I don't know. The women's scene in SmackDown is just a little muddled right now. We'll see what happens. Once again, I'll be live for Raw tomorrow in lieu of A&B. And so join me there, and always Tuesdays on NXT. We'll do that as well. So anyway, so appreciate you guys being here and everything. And Douglas, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I was just going to say, I hadn't seen you in a bit. And also I'm just needing to go live more because I got to get to my membership status, man. So I have to keep doing that. So we get Judgment Day and New Day for the tag titles. Feels like 100 times. We also get Sheamus and Rusev for Raw on Monday as well. Sean, Naomi has to cash in successfully because she's beautiful women's cash in failure, but also for last. Yeah. I really want Naomi to cash in successfully for sure. Absolutely want that for her. And now we're also pushing Saturday night's main event, Gunther and Goldberg. We'll see about that as well. Okay. And they are going to have a post show. Looks like we were advertising Rhea and Solo already for that. So interesting there. And then Night of Champions recap podcast. I've never listened to those. Heel is heel for the pizza tag. I don't know, right? The Pizza Hut dish tag team championship. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. Okay, is it time already? It's time for Cena and Punk, and here we are, and all three of us have Cena. Yeah, so it's a done deal. B is going to win our predictions. So I wonder if she knows that already. I'm going to have to go tell her and let her know as we get this yin yang promo again. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the quietness, everybody. Yeah, so we've had quite a road here between Cena and Punk. And it is culminating here at Night of Champions. And I feel like I'm going to have a hard time believing that Cena isn't winning this match because it feels like his story. I mean, I know we use that phrase all the time, finishing your story, but yeah. So it doesn't feel like his heel story is even close to being finished right now. You realize Seth has never beaten CM Punk clean in 1-on-1. Yeah, it's true. I don't think we see Seth tonight. I don't believe it. So it is what it is. All right, let's see. So I got to admit, the sort of mirror image of the pipe bomb promo and the Thugonomics thing was those were fun, sort of counteractions to each other. I got a kick out of those, so it's pretty cool. Okay. All right. So yeah, keeping up these predictions here. Looks like I'm going to take an L here uh, from one match. So it happens. That's part of the deal. And here we go. Do we get cult of personality? Does Punk have the audacity to wrestle in jorts? I don't think so. It's cult of personality, and the fans have erupted. Pop for CM Punk. No, we're not tied. So B and I deviated on Queen of the Ring. I picked Asuka, and she picked Jade, and she was the only one who picked Jade, so she pulled ahead. Here comes Punk. He's wearing a jacket. What kind of jacket is he wearing? The camera's not even showing us either. I'm curious about that. Oh, okay. It's just a Chicago. It's that jacket. It's not a bad jacket, honestly. Saudi Arabia is singing Cult of Personality, lyric for lyric. So here we are. Main event time. CM Punk making his entrance into Saudi Arabia, into Riyadh, into the ring here at Night of Champions for the main event. Crowd screamed for its clobbering time as well. So we had that happening too. First match in Saudi Arabia, that's true. And has not held the WWE Championship in 12 years. The cult of mediocrity, Three Diglets. I'm a good fan of wordplay, even if I would rather see Punk walk away with this one than Cena. But that's also me just being completely. I've been done with Cena since WrestleMania, so I might stand. I don't stand alone on that island, but it's lonely sometimes. So, nevertheless, here we are.
What do you mean?
Well, hello.
He's the best in the world at what he does.
No, he doesn't. No, he's not.
I just came here to trigger you.
Thank you. Thank you for triggering me in front of our YouTube audience.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. And I'm already coping and dealing with the fact that he's probably going to win this match because they're telling a long, long story about John Cena's heel turn that has not been. It's like, we saw that movie Bride Hard this week that is Bridesmaids and Die Hard put together, basically, which it was fine.
Yeah.
But we both said, could have been better. It's kind of Cena's whole return to me. It's fine. It's fine, but it could be better. And but they're just insisting upon themselves to keep this title on him, I'm afraid, till December. And that's a long time from now. It's only just started getting hot here.
Yeah.
And that's a long time from now. But CM Punk taking in all the cheers, all the adulations of the Saudi Arabian WWE fans.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little more camera. But yeah, so far, solid show. Crowd has been very, very invested in the show for the most part. Been a loud crowd. Cena just sitting here, Punk just sitting here quietly waiting. And the music hits and he just exasperatedly just looks to the entrance ramp. And here comes our channel mascot. Hold on, let me move the banner so everybody can see him. Yep, and he's the mic. Hey, buddy. Lad, how you doing? Our channel mascot, Lad, hanging out.
It's pretty cute.
He is pretty cute. Yeah, he likes it a lot. So I'll put that back up and get our support link back. And oh yes. Oh hey, OB saying hi. B, by the way, won our predictions, but she won the whole predictions before we even got to the last match. So she's only had one miss today, and she beat me by one. So it's okay. I'm not. Hey, they got to in Saudi because changing the times out there.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, are you telling me that John Cena has two different Saudi Arabia merches?
Yeah.
I noticed yesterday, because you can see it on his wristbands. I saw he was wearing two different color wristbands yesterday on SmackDown, but he's got a purple and a green Saudi Arabia gear. Dude is raking in all the money on his retirement tour, and yet he's the bad guy.
The last time is now.
The last time is now in every color imaginable. Oh boy. Yeah. So,
We're not singing along, John Cena.
well, I want to preserve what voice I have left for the remainder of the show. I would, though. I'm singing it in my heart. I sing it in my heart frequently, honestly. Yeah. I was hating on Cena when you met me.
I know.
So
I'd love to trigger you about it then too.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That was the John Cena versus Randy Orton at all times.
It was at all times. Yes, it was.
And I was not a fan of Randy Orton, always looking like a bulldog.
Well, Randy Orton came up short tonight against Cody Rhodes, who is our new King of the Ring. So if Cena gets out of this with the title, which he most certainly will, he'll be facing Cody Rhodes again at SummerSlam in August. And hopefully we'll have a different result from that match than what we had to sit through at WrestleMania. There was a guy who used to be on YouTube named Blitz. He was one of the biggest John Cena haters ever. All he had was John Cena rants every week. Yeah, I mean, it was easy material. I'll give you that. Yeah. Mark Nash, our announcer, who I believe has either boxing or MMA history or something like that in announcing. Punk hasn't taken off his jacket yet, which, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it seems a little uncharacteristic of him. Makes me think, is he hiding something? Yeah. Loud reaction for CM Punk. I feel like this is going to kind of mirror the opening match. Nope. Just a bare chest and his G.I. Joe Cobra tattoo. Yeah, I feel like this might be a bit of a mirror image of Cody and Randy from opening the show, where the whole crowd is just going to kind of be behind both guys, and what's going to happen is going to happen. So we'll see.
I mean, I know, like, anyway, but I find it interesting that CM Punk is 218 pounds.
Yes.
And I'm like, our 13-year-old is on this.
Yeah.
Punk's not a huge guy.
No, he's not. No, he isn't. I think a few of those are probably a few deep dish pizzas because he's from Chicago. But yeah. Yeah, he's really leaning into that. Dude, well, John Cena, one of the biggest ovations of the night. I mean, unsurprising for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can hate this whole retirement tour, but we've said for many years,
yeah,
he is great at what he does.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you can love to hate him, both when he was a good guy and now, right? But he is good for the business.
Oh, of course. He sells tickets, no doubt. And like, and I think that's one of the reasons I've been so critical about the heel run is not so much Cena, is because like everybody is gonna miss him, you know. So everywhere he goes, he's really not booed. And I mean, there used to be, I don't remember, I think he might have already been done when we started dating, but Kurt Angle, as an active wrestler, when he would come out and his music would play, people would sing along "You Suck" over and over again when he was a bad guy to make fun of him. But then they kept doing it when he became a good guy again, because it was kind of like a "I love you" from the fans. And so like the John Cena, so like that's just an "I love you" from the fans. So like there's just not a there's just no real actual hatred for Cena from the crowd. So I'm just kind of like, well then don't pretend he's a bad guy. Yeah. Well just lean into the goodbye tour.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just my opinion on it, but because I like to preserve a little bit of the illusion of good guys and bad guys.
Yeah.
This Punk 2011 gear, you know what it is, it's the same color scheme, but I think the base, if I'm remembering correctly, wasn't the base in that gear in 2011 was white instead of black, so it's kind of like the inverse of it in a way. Yeah, I don't remember.
Somebody posted a picture of it side by side this morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cena jawing with the crowd, enjoying it as he goes.
It was yellow.
That was from his pipe bomb promo, from a promo he cut. If you type in "Money in the Bank" after 2011, that'll be the gear that he had from that night.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right.
So, yeah, hard to say. Yeah, so it was more white. It's like an inverse of the Chicago flag colors, I think. Of course, that match, in 2011 was in Chicago. A rowdy, raucous crowd that evening as well. Okay, the undies. Exactly. All right. So, okay, doing a little bit of old school wrestling. Okay, Justin, you're predicting Ron Killings is coming out to cost CM Punk. Well, he is still obsessed with Cena, even though he ran afoul of Aleister Black yesterday for interrupting him. So we'll see if he is deterred in any way. John Cena wears enhancement in his hair when he does public interviews. Yeah, he absolutely does.
I thought I read that he went and got what is it called?
Hair plugs?
Yeah. I think I read that.
I think the fans bullied him into it because, like, before he came back for his final year and he would show up maybe once a year or something, he was getting a pretty pronounced bald spot in the back. And I think he started to see some of that stuff and he's like, okay, I'm out of here. I got to fix this. Because even at the Royal Rumble, I think he had it.
Yeah, big time. And now he doesn't. So, yeah, I think I read that. Hair plugs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I read it that he was admitting it, like he was saying.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no, he's got no way to deny it. I mean, it's kind of like when Roman Reigns was gone during COVID and he got his teeth fixed, and he came back and now he had the super whites.
Right, super straight.
Yeah, exactly. All right, a lot of posturing here. From the back and forth. Crowd still ruckus, man, for the end of the night. Good for them. They haven't lost a drop of energy. Cena flapping his arms around like he does not care for all of this chatter. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my goodness. Kick from Cena. Let's see.
Laid out my arguments why on a number of occasions, but I just don't like the attitude that he's showing here, especially this last year on the WWE.
Gosh, Punk doing the rocking chair spot here on the ropes. I haven't seen that in a long time. The Honky Tonk Man used to do that spot like all the time. Getting shots. I think there's You Can't Wrestle chants coming out.
Who do you think is taking this one?
Cena. Yeah. Yeah. I don't what? You doubt that? You think Punk's gonna win?
The belt's on the line?
Yes.
The belt can be challenged for any time, or what? How does that work? Once it went to Punk.
Once it went to
if he won tonight.
Yeah.
Then when could it be challenged for again?
Well, I mean, it would probably be SummerSlam when it happens again, which would be Cody, because Cody won King of the Ring and he's challenging for that title at SummerSlam. There is
when would be a scenario that John Cena would be able to challenge back for it?
There could be a way there's a possibility because it's wrestling and they can do what they want. He could be added to that match and it could be a triple threat match. Or after that, it would be September probably. And I don't know what the show is in September. But so there's I think they're going to Paris.
They could make it make sense for them to add John Cena into that match as if it's somehow seen as an unfair win. And then they could add him back in. So I think Cena will take it unless there's a way that they could make him lose it temporarily
and get another shot. Yeah. Well, another way that could happen, some people have been discussing is, Seth Rollins has the briefcase. And so there is a possibility that whatever happens at the end of this match, Seth Rollins could show up with the briefcase, steal the win and the title, and then he would be the champion. It wouldn't be Punk or Cena. But I just find that a little unlikely, considering they're in another country. I mean, but it's.
But I think it'd be fun if Punk won because R-Truth comes in and does something.
Yes.
And then Cena is whiny about it until the company gives him a spot in that match at SummerSlam.
That absolutely would be fun because that would shatter a lot of expectations too. I don't really know anybody who has truly believed Punk is going to win this match.
Yeah.
So that would be
then I'll throw my hat in there
okay.
for funsies.
You're picking Punk,
and
you will be a legend if you win. A greatest of all time. Yeah, it would be fun. Absolutely would be fun. I mean, they brought Truth back after all this.
Side muscles though, as a sidebar.
Punk.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got the work in there. Man. I got to wonder if at his age and stuff too, because Wade Barrett said, John Cena just tweaks something inside him. I'm like, do you think he just gets cramps?
Right.
At this point?
No doubt. I'm like, he has every accessory you can have. Like, he's got a band on every part of his body.
Yes.
He's like, you want socks?
Yeah.
I got him. You want a bicep band? Got it. Wristbands? Got it.
He looks like he's wearing New Balances or something too now. Like, I can't tell what kind of sneakers he's got on, but they definitely look more like dad's. Oh, no, they're not. I mean, I'm sure they're not, but just the visual of them. Good grief, he's veiny.
Always has been.
Yeah. Yeah. John Cena already broke the record, 17-time champion. What are you going to do is just make him win the 18 before you retire. I mean, they can do whatever, they can do whatever they want. Like if he wins 18, then it's going to be that much harder for anybody else to catch him. Because Randy's still looking for 15. Doing a You Can't See Me.
The crowd's so loud.
Yes. Going for the AA. All right, Punk shoots him off, kick off the ropes. Now neck breaker from Punk. Knee, will he follow it up with the Bulldog? No. Oh, pulls him off on a clothesline.
He was looking a little wobbly there for a
second. Macho Man elbow. Well, I wouldn't call it a Macho Man elbow, but he definitely has the same posture. So, all right. Punk calling for the go to sleep. Will he manage to hit it? Oh, Cena catches the leg. Going to pull him back for the STF. I really don't think Punk was going to tap out. That would be like the most deflating scenario possible.
If
I feel
that's
like.
how they did this match, that would suck so much.
Oh, it would. It'd be terrible. Oh, okay, reversed into the Anaconda Vice, but they're pretty close to the ropes at this point. Cena's trying to push him off, but honestly, he could probably just reach the ropes with his arms from here. Yeah. Reversing into a pinning combination. Breaks it off. Now Cena go for an AA. Nails it. 1, 2, 2.5. All right. Yeah, Cena's like, I'm fine. I'm just taking a breather. I have not broken a hip. Yeah, like Cena's matches and stuff, like because of his physical limitations and his age and stuff, I think there's a little bit of an expectation from viewers in the crowd to like kind of keep the match in a holding pattern until it hits a certain gear. They're like, all this back and forth stuff is fun, but like we know it's not going to get real until a certain point. So like a ref gets knocked down or he goes to grab the belt or a chair or something. Oh, now Punk's putting Cena's own move on him. So I guess I wonder if they're going to do a sequence of this stuff.
I was Googling his age because I was like, you're talking about him like he's ancient, but he's not that many years older than you.
I'm flattered that you think I could be WWE champion with my body chemistry and
Oh, for
makeup.
sure, babe.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
That's
by
me.
limitation.
Right. Well, I don't know what you mean either. Oh my goodness.
Wilting.
To be fair, wilting, they are wrestling in Saudi Arabia, which even if it is at night, because we've been to Dubai before in the evening, it's hot as all get out.
Yeah.
So wrestling there at the end of June, even if it is at nighttime, still got to be pretty toasty.
Is it an open air arena?
Yes, I believe it is.
Well,
Oh, for another AA.
Yeah.
Little do-si-do there and reversals.
Oh,
too.
okay. I was like, what the heck?
Sophie, John Cena said he'll never come back to WWE once he retires. I mean, I think he means he won't wrestle. I don't believe for a second he won't come back to do an interview, to be an ambassador, definitely to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like, he's going to do all those things. But no, I don't think he'll wrestle anymore. And I do agree with that. I do believe him for that, because he's gonna traipse off to Hollywood and do his Hollywood thing, which, I mean, good for him. Yeah. And Roman's probably not far behind him, to be honest. I mean, I think Roman's got a little bit more left in him, but he just got cast in a new Street Fighter movie adaptation.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like, he's taken more and more breaks. So like, I think his time away from WWE is sooner rather than later. Oh man, is he about to do an AA off the rope?
Shaky legs right here.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I can't do it.
Yeah, he's like, please elbow me. Please elbow me. Punk, help me out here, dude. Okay, and now he's gonna try to pick him up this way. Yeah, the old Mark Henry move. Can he get him up? Whew, he had to use the trunks on that one. That's the third AA of the match. I was about to say, don't you dare lose clean, CM Punk. I would be so upset. You can beat Cody Rhodes with a belt. You can beat R-Truth with a belt shot. You can't beat CM Punk with a belt shot? Come on. I mean, yeah. Cena is a freak of strength. There has been over the course of his career. Like, there was that one WrestleMania where he had Edge and the Big Show on his shoulders at the same time and stuff. So like, he's, again, not a criticism, but struggling to yank Punk up there,
Sure.
It's just time.
What he has been. I mean, that's what a retirement tour is
Right.
signaling, right?
Exactly.
Like, you're not who you once were.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah. All right. Well, he's eyeing that belt like Gollum in the ring here. All right. It's that time of the match. Now, before he did this, I think against R-Truth, purposefully got the belt taken away from him so he could take a turnbuckle pad off. But Randy Orton did that in the first match of the night with a chair against Cody Rhodes, which, of course, backfired on him. Wow, Saudi Arabia telling him not to do it. He looks like he's having a crisis of conscience, but he put the belt away. Exactly. Well, I thought he was baiting them at first, but he listened to the crowd. CM Punk hits him with a go to sleep. 2.5. That's interesting to me. Like, I've been saying for a while, Cena should go good again before he retires. And I don't know. I thought for a second maybe he was just baiting everyone, like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to use it, but yeah, I am. And the match isn't over yet. But if we're starting to head down that road, that's interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, he was given the face like he cared.
Yeah. Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah. He was pondering.
Yeah.
Pinky. Let's go Cena. Let's go Cena CM Punk. Okay, just nothing but positive vibes from Saudi Arabia tonight.
All love.
Really, though, almost every match they've cheered for both people. Almost every match. All right.
We can try harder.
You don't believe this? Three Diglets. Being bad is the only way to go.
I don't believe this.
Oh, my gosh. So, but what if the crowd won't accept you being bad? All right, ref bump. Here we go. Ref bump. Go to sleep. Nope, you're not getting that 3 count, Punk, with the weirdest pinning combination. You're not Nikita Lyons, dude. Come on. They told Saudi to cheer at every moment to match France's energy. Well, they're going back to Paris after SummerSlam, so I'll be curious to see what France has to say.
What the heck? I've never seen something
I know.
happen before.
Punk's like, I've been wrestling for over 20 years. What is this new development?
What could this be?
Yeah.
Is the ref not down? what is this all about? I'm stunned.
Oh my gosh. Oh, here comes Seth with the briefcase. You might get your prediction here. And Braun Breaker's here, and so is Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman holding that briefcase like it's a football. Okay, but Seth's not even dressed to wrestle, though. So doesn't that kind of give it away? I mean, I guess those pants. See, that's the trick. That's the trick. Seth dressed so weird that you don't know if he's wearing wrestling gear or not.
He might be tearaway pants.
Yeah, he's going to tear away pants, and he's got because he is wearing wrestling boots. It looks like, or are those just dress shoes? Is he going to cash in his briefcase wearing fiery church clothes? I mean, Seth would be the one to do it. Oh, my goodness. Was taking off the jacket.
I think he's just messing with everyone.
I do think he's just messing with him, giving him time to recover. Because he's taking so much time. And we also had a failed cash in from Naomi yesterday. I mean, she didn't cash in. She didn't get to cash in the match. So, oh, he's sicking the dogs on him. So, yeah, Punk's not winning this match.
You don't know?
I mean, I guess I don't know until it happens yet.
You don't know.
Yeah. Sean, I have played the Tekken games, and I was about to say he looked like a Tekken character, but I can't remember his name because I don't play Tekken enough. Oh, my gosh. Braun and Bronson, you two idiots. Like, Punk jumped off the top rope at them, and he just, like, slid off them like he hit a wall. That was so sad looking. Are they trying to – guys, work on your chemistry? The Arabic announced him. Jen, thank you. All right, Jen, thank you. Okay. I knew from the pants because, okay, real talk. One of my creator wrestlers from an old SmackDown game had the Jen pants, the fire pants. I mean, it was the most interesting look I could come up with. So he's like, okay, here comes Shades of WrestleMania 24. Oh, Cena just dropped Charles Robinson. Oh, my gosh. He did that at the WrestleMania me and David were at. Making that long run. Seth's like, you're really screwing up with my plans here.
I got the rip away pants and everything.
I know, right? Do you know how much this outfit cost? All right. Well, pop for Cena hitting the AA on Rollins. Now here comes Breaker and Bronson Reed. I swear, this better not. I mean, both referees are practically dead. So, I mean, they're not going to call it a no contest. Oh, gosh. They're going to tsunami John Cena.
Now somebody else is coming in.
Penta. Penta's showing up in the main event of Night of Champions. He's going to do that little strut. You ain't got time to strut, Penta.
There's always time to Penta strut.
There's always time to Penta strut. Words of truth. There is always time to Penta strut. Man, is this becoming another WrestleMania 40 like end game scenario? Uh-oh. Breaker, man. I cannot believe this has de-evolved this much. I'm highly surprised. But this is what I meant, saying, once it gets real.
Yeah.
Sammy's here. This is like an episode of Raw now. Seth did threaten Penta. Now Sammy's after Braun. Did Bronson ever hit that tsunami?
No.
Because he got distracted by the music. And man, Braun Breaker just out here dogging Sami. People are chanting, oh, I see Penta. Is he going to make a dive? Oh, crowd is chanting OTC. They're asking for Roman Reigns, but what's he going to do? Is he going to help John Cena? Okay, we're going for a tsunami now. Will anybody save John Cena? Where is R-Truth? CM Punk back in.
It's like a bunch of kids at the pool.
Yes. CM Punk lifting Bronson Reed for an attitude adjustment.
Ow.
Yeah. Ow all around. Is LA Knight? Oh, I would love to see LA Knight show up for this. He's been out for a couple of weeks after getting a few tsunamis, though. And yeah, where is Ron Killings? Is he going to be a part of this?
He looks pitiful.
I feel like we're missing one more cameo, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Is there a conscious official now?
I haven't seen one. This is awesome, Chance. The whole roster coming together. It takes a village to get through a John Cena match, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025. Cena's like, well, what do we do now? Do we hug or what?
Do you want to shake hands?
Right? He's like, well, I guess we need to punch each other again.
Well, I was joking.
Punk, are you kidding me?
I was joking.
Punk, why is Punk the one to offer the hand? No, he's going to kick him in the nuts. There it is. There's the shot. Nut shot incoming. Oh, Punk saw it coming. Who's here? Seth is back with the briefcase. Going for the stomp. Stomps Punk. Oh, tosses Seth. Where's the ref?
Oh, of course.
Fully revived. That's 3. Cena wins.
That was stupid.
I tried to tell you. And now he is running away so he doesn't get cashed in on. So Seth has cost Punk the title, who someone predicted that earlier. And you were correct. No cash in.
His crazed face is
Yeah, something else.
creepy.
Well, Cena's leaving with the belt, even though Rollins has a whole faction right there in the ring that could probably chase him down.
That was stupid.
The hug.
Yeah.
I know, he was fading back to that Cody moment where he kicked him in the nuts. But it's
But that wasn't I don't, that made more sense to me.
Why did Punk initiate the handshake then?
Right,
That's the thing
not
that I don't get.
character.
That was just dumb. I mean, listen, it was an overbooked, attitude era mess of a main event, which was kind of fun in its own way, but the ending was silly.
Yeah.
and nonsensical. Like, here's the thing. Wrestling can be as crazy as you want it to be, and it can still make sense. But this didn't make sense. Punk absolutely deserved that. Absolutely deserved that. Stay on and watch this. Oh, Punk's telling us, Cena's telling us not to go anywhere. By the way, my predictions ended 4-2. From A and B combos, B is our winner at 5-1, and A bringing up third place with 3-4.
He was like, now you can't.
Right. Now you can't see me. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, that is that for the Night of Champions stream. I know the post show is coming up now. I don't know if I've got the energy for the post show. So,
what do you mean, like you're John Cena?
Well, I mean, I'm not him. I'm not.
Your old age?
Yeah, I've been on for 3 hours.
That's nothing.
Mostly by myself. So,
you haven't thrown one person over your shoulder.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining the chat. Yeah, let's get your ratings in there. Justin, giving it a 10 out of 10. Sammy Sharks. We had a little Jamie Tart joke with Sammy going on earlier before you were here. So all right, Justin. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for joining the chat. I will see you on Monday for Raw. And we will be rocking and rolling at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern for that early time. So because they're doing a double taping, and so they're giving the roster Friday off for the 4th of July. So they're taping it early. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a solid show. The ending was, there were a lot of fun cameos, but at the same time felt a little flat for me. Obviously, Cena winning was predictable for me. Cody and Randy ended up, the finish of that match was good. The Solo Sikoa match, having a new debuting Tongan for Solo. Now Solo, I'm going to call him the Scar of WWE. Like he's now fully created a Pacific Islander faction that has no Fatus in it now. So he was fighting Jacob, and so now they're basically all Tongans. So now he's like a tribal chief, but he doesn't have any of his bloodline in the group with him anymore. So they've all been exiled in one way or another. George, good to see you, man. See you on Monday for sure, and Tuesday for NXT. Giving this show a solid 8.5. Okay, great. I'm gonna give it. Let me go back and look at the matches again. Like Sami and Karrion was good. Rhea and Raquel wasn't bad either. Yeah, honestly, for me, like Asuka and Jade Cargill could have been a little better, and Cena and Punk, while they had their moments as a matchup, still a little flat for me. So I'm probably going to give this an 8, I think. A decent 8. Crowd was absolutely there for it. So applause to Saudi Arabia for really being there for the show. From what you saw, what did you think?
Okay, so I only saw this one match.
Yes. Not a fan.
I feel like I'm usually pretty generous in my rating.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll probably give that like a 6.
Okay. That match was a 6.
The actual wrestling for the first half was like a bit boring
for
me. And then when the people started coming in, like it was just cameos. Like they didn't really add anything to the story of what was happening.
Right.
And I was like, I don't love that. Like if you're gonna be there, add something to it. But they were just kind of like there to be seen.
Yeah.
And then the handshake, even though like Punk was able to counter the next thing, like it just didn't even make sense for Punk. And I just was like,
yeah.
I mean, the ending, like him losing was duh. Like, I mean, I joked that I was putting my hat in for this.
Yeah.
But obviously I knew that Cena was most likely going to win. But so that's fine. But it was just the way they chose to end it was dumb and out of character for who Punk is.
Yeah. I agree with that totally. I mean, honestly, I think the cameos were just there for fun, but you could have removed all those cameos, and then when Cena refused to use the belt, that could have been enough for Punk to try to shake his hand.
Right.
and be like,
And
okay,
it
let's do this like
makes
men.
sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But like after they were both just fighting a common enemy, Punk has never been the guy to be like, well, let's be friends because we hate the same person.
Right.
And so that was weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised with the crowd reaction at all. I mean, they made their voices known from the beginning of SmackDown on Friday. So, yeah, I absolutely, I thought that was on brand for the weekend. Let's see. Seth Violence in real life refuses to forgive Phil Brooks. CM Punk at the end of the day, he's holding himself back. Let's see. Well, as far as the real life stuff goes, yeah, I don't know about all that. I mean, at least they're working together on screen, so they're at least being professional, even if they have personal feelings. That finish gave me WrestleMania 40 ending vibes, and that John Cena ref bump outside the ring was straight out of Money in the Bank 2011. Bit overbooked, but hey, that theme song for Night of Champions is fine. Hey, you know what though? I mean, yeah, overbooked, but you know what? Like, there, it can be overbooked and good. It was a little bit of a betrayal to personalities for me, like everything Allison said about Punk's attitude. Saudi Arabia embracing CM Punk. Yeah, see, that's the thing, and I'm gonna highlight you here, Sean, for a second, because I've seen commentary. So something that you probably don't know is like 10 years ago, when they first, maybe not even 10 years ago, but they started making these agreements, these arrangements with doing shows in Saudi Arabia at the very beginning. Obviously, like Saudi Arabia has gotten slightly more progressive as the years have gone along. But they definitely weren't there yet when they did their first show. And Punk wasn't working for WWE anymore at that point. Also had a pretty hostile relationship with WWE at that point. And so he said some pretty negative things about Saudi Arabia while taking shots, taking shots at another WWE performer who kind of gave a side eye comment about him. And so they remembered that.
Yeah.
So when they showed up to do like their kickoff show, it was just like the pep rally, you know, for the show. He got on stage and was booed like immediately. And he grabbed the mic and like literally in that interview segment made peace with the audience. And they started cheering him. Like he just straight up apologized for it. He's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. You know, for that or whatever." I didn't hear what he said, but I read like a little bit of a transcript of him just straight up apologizing for it. And so, like, however,
imagine that somebody just owning it and apologizing actually like wins people over. It's crazy.
Unless you're on the internet, because
denial and defense is not the best mechanism.
Right. And imagine this. People who live chronically online, wrestling fans who live chronically online, a lot of them believe you are who you were 10 years ago, and you can't ever possibly know better and do better. And so anyway,
that's so silly. Like,
yeah, he did that. And as soon as he came out on SmackDown, they were cheering for him all the way automatically. They cheered for him all night here. And people are like, "Oh, Punk's betraying his ideals." And I'm like, he's just growing up, dude. Like, that's part of growing up. Like, and I don't know what the age range is of everybody watching. Okay. So I'm not criticizing anybody's demographic, but I'll tell you about myself. When I was in my 20s, I thought I knew everything. And I said really bold things, not caring about the consequences of who it would impact or what the extenuating circumstances. And nowadays you have people saying stuff like, "Well, I'm just standing on business," or "I'm just being honest." No, you're being a young fool is what you are when you do that. And when you get older, hopefully you obtain wisdom and perspective. And Punk has done that because Punk left. And I'm not saying Punk's a saint, and I definitely don't even agree with everything Punk believes for sure. But when he left WWE, he was bitter and jaded and cynical, and he had reasons to be because of how he was treated, because of how the company was run under Vince McMahon at that time. And then he goes to AEW. Well, actually, he takes years off where he says what he says. And then he goes to AEW, the other company, and starts to discover how poorly run AEW is run, how unprofessional some of the people he worked with while he was there were operating. And between his own personal peace and growth and dealing with that immaturity, got exhausted from it, crashed out a little bit publicly, and then left. He was fired. from that company saying that the main promoter feared for his life when all he did was get into like, we've seen worse fights at our son's football games. There was a scuffle backstage, which, listen, maybe that's unprofessional if you work for an office.
Not maybe,
but if you're
definitely is unprofessional.
well, I'm just saying, when you're a professional athlete, I'm not saying it's professional to do that, but I think there's a little bit of it. It comes with the territory. Yeah, there's a little bit of it comes with the territory sometimes.
Sure.
But nevertheless, here he is. He mends fences with Triple H, one of the people that he hated, to come back to WWE in the first place. He's working professionally with Seth Rollins, who they may or may not have legitimate beef in real life, because that was one of the bridges he burnt when he left. And now this Saudi Arabia thing has come to accountability for him, and he owns it, instead of like pretending to be in his 20s or 30s again, trying to be edgy punk rock CM Punk. See, that's the thing, is that he had a gimmick that was based in being an abrasive jerk when he was a younger man, and that works because that was probably true to life to a degree. Punk rock, straight edge, I'm better than you, all this other kind of stuff. But like, when you get older and you have a family, where he's got a marriage and a dog that he loves. Yeah, he has a dog that he loves very much. I mean, he doesn't have children, but he's got a dog that he's a big fan of, Larry. Shout out to Larry. And then like, and also he has come back to WWE, and he shows up at NXT, and all these kids who are in NXT grew up watching him during those times. So now he does feel like a little bit of a father figure to some of these performers. And yeah, it's mellowed him out a little bit.
Yeah.
He's not 2011 CM Punk is dead. I need you guys to, like, the quicker online comes to terms with that, the more you realize he's just a different guy now. And it's hard, I think, for some people to separate the guy from the gimmick. Like, he's just not that guy anymore. Like, and that's a good thing, because he's grown.
Well, I feel like, the only characters or figures that stay the same, that stay static over their whole thing, are animated characters. You know what I mean? Like, for lack of a better word, or lack of a better example, is like, I don't know, Mickey Mouse is always Mickey Mouse, right? Because somebody just puts
the Simpsons
costume and continues to be that same character. But everybody else evolves over time, as they should. And
if they don't, it becomes really sad and pathetic. 2 words: Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Like, and I love Ric Flair as a character. Ric Flair is one of my goats. But as a person, absolutely not. It is a tragic cautionary tale of Ric Flair. So good on CM Punk for good on Phil Brooks for growing up and embracing change. Yeah, that's his real name. And CM Punk can keep being CM Punk, but yeah, I mean, he's grown up, and so that's great. No, George, I don't think The Simpsons killed Marge. I haven't watched it in years. I know they killed Ned Flanders' wife like a decade ago or so, because the voice actress wanted to be paid reasonably, and they just decided to kill her instead. But
easy.
That voice acting.
Perfect.
Yeah, boom. Wonderful. We solved this problem.
Way cheaper.
Yeah. So anyways, 3 cheers for not only a man who is willing to evolve in his way of thinking, but also an area of the world who's willing to embrace that and forgive. So, we could all learn from those sorts of things, at least in that particular area.
For sure.
So, anyways, thank you guys so much for being a part of the stream and for giving me a few more hours to grow. We're going to keep this up until we can get our memberships going and get our super chats going, because you guys deserve that. And want to absolutely make that available to you. So I will see you guys again on Monday and Tuesday for live streams. And if I can get my act together, I might have a couple of bonus videos for you this week as well. So take a look around, enjoy the scenery that's around you. Don't forget to believe. Make sure you take time to believe when you're watching wrestling. or else, it just kind of ruins it for you if you don't. Believing makes wrestling better. That's what we say out here. So again, Mr. and Mrs., thank you for joining us for breakfast / night of champions. And I will see you guys on Monday. Take care of yourselves.